My name is Jackson Matchke. I've been working here at Cedar Crest Trout Farm for about 6 months. Today we are grading and counting fish. Behind me is our fish counter, and we use that counter to obtain highly accurate counts of our inventories, and we pretty much run the counter every time we move a group of fish. And that allows us to keep running inventories of the farm and keep us up to date on what we have on hand on the farm. The counter requires 2 people to run, 1 person to crowd the fish into small groups so that they can be sucked up by the fish counter, and 1 person to run the counter itself. There are several parameters that have to be monitored on the fish pump. It has to be level to ensure smooth fish flow and even fish flow over the camera itself. We have to monitor the rate of fish flow. Too few and it'll take too long to grade the fish. Too many and the camera can't keep up with the amount of fish that are passing over the lens. The fish are then discharged out into either the same raceway or a different raceway, depending on what we're trying to accomplish that day. And when we're using the fish counter and grader, it usually takes more time to set everything up than it does to actually do the grading or the counting itself. It's a very efficient process. The grader takes about the same amount of time to set up, and it also uses the fish pump and a hydraulic power pack to run all the hydraulic components. So the fish are pumped up into a dewatering box where the water is removed, and they can slide without water over the grader bars to ensure an accurate grade. When the fish first enter the grader, the bars are closer together, grading out the small fish, and by the time they reach the end of the bars are further apart, allowing the larger fish to drop through. So the small fish drop through first, then the medium-sized fish, and then the larges. Our grader can do 3 size ranges, our smalls, mediums, and larges. And as with the fish pump, it takes more time to break down and set up than it does to actually do the process of grading itself. We try and grade the fish into appropriately sized groups so that we can manage their density, also so that we can remove the large aggressive fish from the small, less competitive fish, and more appropriately size their feed to the size of fish so that we can ultimately optimize growth within that group.